I know this is what you came to see. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I know I missed each and every one of you guys. I was supposed to release this video on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. And the reason for that is because I've been feeling a little bit under the weather and my schedule's just been absolutely insane. So despite the fact that I want to be releasing 2 videos a week, ideally on Tuesdays and Saturdays, sometimes things happen out of our control and there isn't much we can do about it. So I appreciate you guys being patient. This is a small channel and we're growing rapidly by the day. So thank you, each and every one of you guys. I'd like to apologize ahead of time because I'm dealing with a little bit of a congestion, a little bit of a cold, so my voice is a little bit raspy. So I'm going to try to speak a little slower, a little bit clearer, and hopefully it's not going to impact this review all too much. What we have today is a fantastic product that unfortunately took me way too long to try. I haven't tried this product until 3 weeks ago. That is the very first time that High Stim Ace got himself some of El Jefe, aka the boss. This one is available on NutriCartel.com, and as you guys know, you can use my code ACE15 and that will save you 15% off your entire order, as well as help support this channel. I love the tub over here. This is such a simplistic design, but yet it's effective, it's aesthetic, it's pleasing to the eye, and it just pops at you. Look at this right over here. Absolutely gorgeous tub. This right here is the sour gummy flavor. I'm going to review this flavor as well as the entire label, the effects, how did this product hit me in the gym, and how did it affect me for the rest of the day. I tried this product 3 times by now at different doses. I'm going to get into everything and I'm going to give you my personal, objective, and unbiased opinions. Hope you guys stick around. The flavor, as I mentioned earlier, is sour gummy flavor. They also have a peach rings flavor. I went for the sour gummy because to me it's a little bit nostalgic of dark energy sour gummy flavor, which it has a chemical undertone to it, but you know that as soon as you're done chugging that drink, you're in for one hell of a ride. And that's what I was expecting here as well. So Zeus, also Godly Gummy, is a very similar flavor, and that is particularly why I picked this specific flavor. It's a nice greenish color to it, and I chugged it down and went down pretty smoothly. I gotta say, compared to other gummy flavors, it's actually better. As you guys know, I don't really care much about flavor. If it's a decent flavor, that's a bonus. This flavor is solid. It's not amazing, it's not mind-blowing, but compared to other sour gummy flavors like I mentioned earlier, the ones that have that harsh chemical undertone, this one's actually pretty solid. It's not going to make you gag or feel nauseated or feel like you're going to have to throw up all over the gym floor. And that's a big plus in my book. I prefer not puking at the gym. Looking at the supplement facts here right off the bat, we see that this is the traditional 40-20 servings, which is really common in the industry right now. You can either take this at 1 or 2 scoops. As you guys know, this is the maximum scoop channel. There's no half measures over here. We're going full scoops. So whatever I'm going to be reading in terms of quantities, dosages, everything is for 2 scoops. That is the full dose. And if you guys are planning on taking 1 scoop, then just make sure to divide everything I read right here in half, and then you will have your dose per 1 scoop. Let's get to this label. Like I said, I'm reviewing everything for 2 scoops. That will yield 22.7 grams. So we start with choline at 600 milligrams, very decent dose. Chloride from Himalayan pink salt at 300 milligrams, and sodium from Himalayan pink salt at 180 milligrams. So they're utilizing the pink salt over here, a little bit more of a natural ingredient here to give you those pumps. It's funny because this isn't listed underneath the pump and matrix formula, which is right below this, but these things are there to give you a pump. So it's kind of interesting how they labeled it, but who cares about the label? Speaking of pumps, we are now officially entering the Jefe Pump and Performance Matrix. So underneath this banner, we're going to have a couple of things that are going to help with the pumps. We have L-citrulline, 8,000 milligrams. Not citrulline malate, but L-citrulline at 8,000 milligrams. That's a really, really hefty dose. Helps with blood oxidation, helps with blood flow, helps offset whatever constriction is going to be there from the stimulants. This one does not have any illicits in it, by the way. There's no DMAA in here, no DMHA. I know that one of the old versions had some Juglans Regia, but this does not have it. So the claim on here is that this is a really powerful, high-energy pre-workout, but there is no illicits whatsoever. But there are still stimulants in here, which I am going to get to. So citrulline is always an amazing ingredient to have, not just to help with the pumps, but to help with blood flow, to help offset whatever constrictness comes with the stimulants. We have beta-alanine at 4,000 milligrams. That is 800 milligrams more than most formulas. Most formulas will have 3,200. That is the clinical dose. This one has 4,000. So theoretically, you're going to be feeling the tingles from head to toe. Betaine anhydrous 3,000 milligrams, slightly above the clinical dose of 2,500. That is going to help with energy and strength output for the gym. On days that I want to push a little bit heavier, slightly lower reps, a little bit more on the weights, a little bit more on the bars, I will always take a little bit of betaine anhydrous. I have that separately, but they're giving you 3,000 milligrams here, which is more than enough. Very, very nice. Speaking of pink Himalayan salt, here we have it as sodium chloride at 500 milligrams, again helping with the pumps. You guys know when you have like a cheat meal, something that has a lot of sodium in it, like French fries, burger, pizza, or whatever. The next day you go to the gym, you have this crazy pump and it's just flowing really nicely. So that is from the salt content, the sodium. So pink Himalayan salt is a cleaner form of that. We have L-norvaline at 300 milligrams. Again, is going to help you with the pumps. Lastly, we have a mental pump, which is a trademarked ingredient, and we have that at 200 milligrams. Not really sure what that does, but I'm sure it's going to help with focus and pumps and whatever else. Now we're getting to the fun part. We have the Jefe, Stim, and Focus Matrix. This is where the magic happens. Choline L-bitrate we have at 1,500 milligrams. That's going to help with focus. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the next one because my tongue is going to get more tied up than a twister. But essentially, this is DMAE at 500 milligrams, and not to be confused with DMAA or DMHA. DMAE is legal. It's a non-illicit. It helps with focus. Araya Puro and phentyl dimethylamine citrate, aka Araya genesis extract. So it looks like another trademarked ingredient, a trademarked form of Araya genesis at 500 milligrams. That's a really, really nice dose. 500 milligrams will have you floaty. It's going to give you that nice little head buzz, that little tickle in the back of your brain that makes you feel good and enjoy the music a whole lot more while you're pumping and pushing that weight or pulling it. Theobromine at 500 milligrams, that's a pretty solid dose. That is, again, the cousin, the nephew of caffeine, whatever you want to call it. It's going to help with focus and concentration and give you that laser sharp focus and attention to detail. Speaking of caffeine, we have caffeine anhydrous at 300 milligrams. That is a beautiful dose. I always say that you don't need too much caffeine, especially when you have a stacked label with a whole bunch of stimulants. So we have 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, which I really, really like. And that is for 2 scoops, by the way. So if you're taking only one, you're getting 150. Very, very good stuff here. You don't need too much caffeine. Next, we have beta PEA at 200 milligrams. That is a nootropic. It's going to help with focus and slightly elevate your mood as well. Halostachin is next. That's going to once again help with focus and also a little bit of thermogenesis. Good ingredient. You don't see that in a lot of pre-workouts these days, so it's nice that they included it. Really brings the package together nicely. 150 milligrams. So caffeine citrate, which is the caffeine that hits you, smacks you in the face instantly. You're going to have that at 100 milligrams. Not bad at all. And then, lastly, we have the last form of caffeine, which is dicaffeine malate, the slow digesting caffeine, at 100 milligrams. So you're looking at a total of 500 milligrams for all of the caffeine content, which again is not bad because this is a strong product. So considering there's no DMAA or DMHA in here, 500 milligrams is solid. You don't have to go to 600, 650, 700. That's unnecessary. We have synephrine HCl at 80 milligrams. Wow, 80 milligrams. You're going to feel the sweats. You're going to get the sweat all over your body from this. Synephrine is a good fat burner, a good thermogenic. A lot of fat burners have synephrine. I like synephrine personally because I'm on a cut perpetually. My cut never ends. The bane of my existence. So a little extra synephrine, a little extra sweats. No complaints from High Stim Ace. Yohimbine HCl. Speaking of sweating, we have Yohimbine HCl, 3 milligrams, very, very nice. And Alpha Yo, just to complement the other Yohimbine, Alpha Yo at 2 milligrams. So we got the little yo-yo blend going on, regular Yohimbine and Alpha Yo. So total of 5 milligrams for both, 3 for the Yohimbine, 2 for the Alpha Yo. And lastly, we have the absorption matrix, which is only one ingredient, and they have it under its own category, so that's an interesting choice. What we have is bioperine. That is black pepper extract at 10 milligrams. So for you guys that know, black pepper just kind of helps bring the whole package together. It helps with absorption. There's a lot of ingredients in here, guys. So sometimes the body is going to prioritize which one to pick first. So you might not necessarily feel something like beta-alanine because you have something like urea. So the body is a very complex creation. And black pepper essentially helps everything be absorbed into your system. So we went through the label. We went through every little thing on here. Theoretically, this is supposed to be a banger because there's a lot of good stuff in here. No illicits per se, no DMs, nothing like that. But there's a hefty dose of urea. We got that halostashin, and we have a few other things that really help bring this package together. If a regular Stim junkie was looking at this package, they maybe wouldn't be too impressed with it because a lot of us do like the illicits. But I gotta get into the real world effects, and I gotta give it to you straight, guys. This product right here hits harder than half of the DMAA and DMHA products that I've had, okay? And again, that just goes to show you and tell you labels are just labels. You can literally have a product that claims 100 milligrams of DMAA, 200 milligrams of DMHA, and you're barely gonna feel like you drank 2 cups of coffee. But then you have something like this, El Jefe, aka the boss, and it's gonna make you feel like the boss. You're gonna feel like the man as soon as you enter the gym. The first thing you start feeling is the heart rate go up slightly within about 10-15 minutes. This right here definitely comes in phases, and it's really, really interesting, and it's exciting. It's like going on a ride in an amusement park, and there's stages to it. There's stages to the experience. This is about a 2.5-3 hour experience when you're taking this for a good long workout. So make sure you don't take this for a workout that's only going to last 45 minutes to an hour. You're going to feel, like I said, a little heart elevation. You're going to feel a mood elevation as well, coming from the back of your mind. You're going to feel it creeping in. And if you're going to the gym and you have a ride, and if you have a drive to the gym or a walk like I do, you put on your music and you're going to start feeling it within 10, 11, 12 minutes. You're going to start feeling an uplift, an uptick in mood. You're going to feel good. And as soon as that happens, as soon as you go in and actually start moving the weights, you're going to get a sense of tingles from the beta-alanine. And again, we're looking at 4,000 milligrams of beta-alanine here. So usually, like I said, most pre-workouts have between 3,000 and 3,200. This one has 4,000. So you definitely feel it right off the bat. 15, 20 minutes in, you're going to feel those tingles come in through your feet and go slowly all the way up your legs through the rest of your body. Nothing too overpowering, mind you. Not to the point where you're jittery and you don't know what to do with yourself and you're picking up the weights and the weights are shaking all over the place. Nothing like that. It's a nice tingle that's letting you know, okay, you're at the gym right now. You're here. Now it's time to do what you came here to do. It's going to give you a reminder, a boost in focus and energy. And it hits really nicely. Literally within 15-20 minutes, it hits. And it doesn't get to the point where it's overwhelming and you're just sitting there feeling unproductive. This is a very productive pre-workout. It's one of those pre-workouts where if you're going in, you're going to hit set after set after set. I personally train circuit training, so I do 3 to 5 exercises in a circuit. I take about a 40-45 second rest, and I do it again. That's how I train personally. And I'm telling you guys, if you train similarly where you do a medium amount of reps with a lot of sets, you're hitting every body part numerous times for numerous sets, this pre-workout's going to get you going. You're not going to want to stop. It got to the point where even for those 45 seconds that I'm sitting there waiting to start my next circuit, my legs are antsy and ready to go. Again, it's not a crackhead kind of energy where you're jittery and you're cracked out and you feel drugged up and you don't know what to do. This is a very positive, get shit done kind of energy. You're not going to want to sit there and waste time. Why should I sit here for 20-30 seconds thinking about my next set when I could be performing my next set right now? You don't want to take a break with this. This is going to keep you going. So you get the beta-alanine tingles. They last about a good 40 minutes. And not overwhelming, but just right. The surge of energy is going to be there. Your eyes are going to widen. You're going to feel the need to keep going. You're not going to want to stop. So get yourself some good music, get yourself some Metallica, get yourself some Disturbed, Dream Theater, whatever you're into. I'm a metalhead, but I listen to everything. But when it comes to this, I want something aggressive. I want some good hard rock energy, or maybe even some aggressive trance or techno, but you want to get those weights in your hands and you want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, one after the other. You're not going to want to stop. You're not going to want to take a rest. The sense of highness that comes over you with this is really, really incredible. Again, considering there's no illicits in here. The Araya Genesis is the only ingredient that's got the borderline illicits going on in there. And I'm telling you, this is some really, really well-sourced Araya, because I have a lot of different Araya capsules, and I have a lot of pre-workouts that have Araya Genesis, and none of them make me feel like this one. This will make you feel good. Not a drugged-induced, happy kind of good like Dark Energy or Excelsior, but it's going to make you feel good about yourself. You're going to be flexing in the mirror and checking yourself out, and you're going to see you're looking good. Speaking of which, the pumps on this thing were absolutely incredible. I was going set after set after set, and I don't know if it's from the ingredients in here or the fact that I'm just pushing myself without taking a break, or maybe a combination of the both. It was a great pump experience. I looked really good. I was checking myself out. I had the striations, my upper body was really pumped, I had the neck veins coming through, and I just really felt good and motivated. And I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep going and keep training and just keep doing everything. Set after set after set. I was even hitting supersets for body parts that I had saved for the next day. So my first time ever taking this was on 2 scoops, because I don't like half measures. And if this tells me that you got to take 2 scoops to get the real full experience, guess what? Stim Ace is going to take 2 scoops, because that's how I roll. That's how I do it. I always start at the top and work my way down. Maybe not the smartest way to do it, but what's life if you can't take risks and have fun once in a while, right? The second time I did try it was at 1.5 scoops though, because I did want to experience that and to see how I could recommend this product be used at different doses. I never went 1 scoop. I went 1.5, but exactly 1.5. The experience was everything I described up until now. Very high energy, laser sharp focus, a slight mood elevation in the background, feeling motivated and happy to be where you are, doing what you love doing most. But it was slightly less. I would say at 1.5 scoops, the highness is a little bit lessened. It's not as intense when it comes to the buzz and the mood elevation, but everything else is still pretty much there. 2 scoops, really, I feel like is the right dose for most Stim junkies. The recommended serving size on this is 2 scoops. Take the 2 scoops, because that is the best way to experience this product to the fullest. You're going to want to stay in the gym for 3-4 hours. You're going to want to keep going, and you're going to have energy and be pumped up and look absolutely incredible. I didn't experience any crash with this whatsoever. I also didn't experience a crazy amount of appetite suppression, because most appetite suppression comes from the highly illicit stimulants, which this does not have. It does, however, hit as if there are high stims in there. So I gotta give a big shout out to Xtremis Cartel, to Jake over from Cartel, and you guys did an amazing job. This is a great product. This is gonna be in my permanent rotation going forward. I've absolutely enjoyed this, taking it 3 times, and I'm definitely going to be taking this a couple of times a month. It's an amazing product. As I said earlier, you guys can pick this up as well as a whole bunch of other products from Xtremis Cartel over at NutriCartel.com. My partner. Use my code ACE15. It's going to save you 15% off the entire order, and it's going to give me a little kickback and help me reinvest into more pre-workouts so I can bring you guys quality, unbiased reviews, no fluff, and no ass kissing whatsoever. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you did, give this video a like, share the channel with a fellow Stim junkie, and tell them that Stim Ace does not play games. Come check this channel out, subscribe to the channel, support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time for my next big review. Take care, everybody. Stim Ace, signing off.